a post or a video, you had mentioned at one point you had gotten shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was your arm or was it only the one time?
Yeah, it was one time I got shot in my chest. And on my arm. I got grazed on my arm, yeah.
Was it the same time or was it
It
different?
was different times, yeah, different times.
Oh,
The time I got shot in my chest, it was actually Easter Sunday. I had just had my little girl, and my homeboy Cubby, rest in peace. I'm a new dad, like months into it. So the homie,
How old were you at this time?
17, I think. I was 17.
Okay.
So my homie Casper, rest in peace, tells me he's like hey, fucking it's Easter, you gotta buy your baby an Easter basket. So I'm like, fuck, for real? He's like, yeah, let's go, I'll take you. So at the trap house we were at, I had the 9 and I had a 380 on the dresser. He's driving, so I'm like, which one should I take? And he's like, just take the 380, fool, it's daytime, there's nobody out there, All right, so I got 380, we'll put it in my pocket. And we're traveling through my neighborhood to go get to go buy Easter baskets. So at this point, we're close to the grocery store where we're looking to buy an Easter basket at, and I happen to see a car with rivals in it, like a good distance away. So I'm like, what the fuck? Is that them fools right there? The homie's like, I don't know. So I'm like, all right, well, let's see what happens. So anyways, they go around and they surprised us, They ended up at a 45-degree angle from us. So we made eye contact. We knew what was going down. And, gunfire erupted. And we took off. So then one of my homies tells me in the back seat, he's like, hey, fool, check yourself. But at the time, dog, I'm tweaked the fuck out, I hadn't slept for like 2 days. I was fucking going. Back then, it wasn't glass. It was fucking meth, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
the fucking, the chalk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All we did was sniff lines, you know what I mean? So I'm fucking heavy on that shit. And I'm just lit. And the adrenaline is going through me. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. The homie's like, dog, pull the fuck over and check yourself. They riddled your whole side. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we stop. And sure enough, I have a hole in my t-shirt, But there's no blood coming out the bitch. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I tear it off. And then I tear off my tank top. And there's a bullet lodged in my chest. You know what I'm saying? So the homie's like, Dick, you're fucking shot. So I'm like, fuck. So I flick it off and the shelf, boom, the Full Metal Jacket falls on the floor. I pick it up, I grab it, and I'm like, damn. And sure enough, there's a hole penetrated and there's blood leaking out of it. And now it's swelling up like a bruise, So I put it in my pocket, and we take off, And like an idiot, I'm thinking that it's all good, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, what happened was, do you know the side mirror? When they shot me, it went through there and then it went through the passenger door that was open a little bit. So it went through 2 windows before it hit me. So the speed, my chest literally it was just able to land, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? It made a hole. I peeled it off and just bruised up for like a couple of days, and that was it. You know what I mean? But that should have never happened, because after that I thought I was fucking Iron Man. I thought nobody could kill me.
So after that, you was like,
I was like, let's get it. Let's get it. Like, God is with me. Ain't shit gonna take me. You know what I mean? So it's just like, let's go. Like, where we at? Like, where's the beef at? Like, let's get it. So stupid shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was one of the times. So
okay.
yeah.
What about the time you got shot in the arm?
It was just it was a shooting that a car pulled up on the side of us. You know what I mean? And let us have it. No. This is another time actually. Holy shit. So one time this guy walked up behind me with a gun, put it to the side of me, threatened to shoot me, and I was able to spin off. And when he shot off, he hit me in the arm. So I had a graze from a bullet in my arm, and we ran off and we got away. You know what I'm saying? That was meth that got me through that too, by the way. I was so on when I hit fences and all that shit. Like, there was no hesitation, Like, once I felt, I was like, "Bing!" I was gone, But hey, you know what I mean? Now meth makes motherfuckers retarded. Back then we were functioning like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? It was super thugs, We were just robbing, stealing, shining up cars, creasing up our shit extra hard. Like, it worked out. Now it's like, man, it makes motherfuckers weird, But yeah, that was another time too. Been stabbed, all kinds of shit. Yeah, I got stabbed during the prison riot in jail on the back, right on my spinal cord. Actually, I had to get surgery because of that.
When you were in the pen, you got surgery in there?
Yeah, I got a scar on my back in the middle, right on my spine. back here about 3 inches long. All right, got hit. There was supposed to be nerve damage, you know, so my leg, right after that, my leg felt like, you know how you sit on a chair for too long or wherever you're doing, your leg will fall asleep?
Yeah.
Well, I was having that happen to me like out of nowhere and I couldn't figure out why, you know? So finally I went to the doctors and they were like, dude, like it's your wound, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna need it to heal. But what they told me was like, if that shit would have just hit you like a micro of a fucking centimeter more, like you would have lost functionality of this leg, you know what I mean? So let's just let it heal, and you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So I've been lucky. I've been real fortunate, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, yeah.
Speaking of the pen, you mentioned in a post, you took a picture and you said in that post that you were on lockdown for like a year straight. For people who like, you know, never been around the pen or anybody, what kind of experience is that?
So most times people experience like lockdowns like that, confinement like that is when they go to the hole. But what people don't realize is that there's a technicality to that in prison, right? So let's say, for instance, you're a Crip, Blood, whatever gang group you're in, right? Me, I'm a Southern Hispanic, actually, obviously a Sureño. So for this instance, one of the homies felt disrespected by a warden, an assistant warden. The warden spoke to him disrespectfully in the chow hall in front of everybody. So the homie went back to his cell, got a shank, and told himself, I'm gonna fucking get that food tomorrow. So at chow, the same routine, walking through the chow line, he jumped out and he stabbed the warden 22 times. The warden didn't die, but what happened at that point was Southern Hispanics are a security threat, you know? So they did a nationwide lockdown of all of us, whoop. But the institution where I happened to be at, they left us on it for 11 months. It's worse when you get in a lockdown like that because you're not in the hole. See, when you go to the hole, it's a segregated unit that already has a set program, meaning that they already have a structured program. Meaning they let you out for yard 1 hour a day. You know, you do your shower, and you get fed in a cell. So you're literally in the cell, I think 23 hours out of the day. Opposed to when you do a institution lockdown, you're locked down 24 hours a day. So you don't even get to leave for a shower. You don't get to go to yard, nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different story. So they gave us an institution lockdown for 11 months that time.
Were you in a dorm or were you in
No, this is cell living, two-man
So-
cell living. Yeah, this is two-man cell living. And we weren't allowed canteen. We weren't allowed packages for those 11 months. So literally, we were allowed visits, though. They couldn't completely take our visits. So I had bitches that would come see me, feed me, you know what I mean? Here and then. But for the most part, yeah, we were just starving. Yeah, I lost the most weight. I went from 210 to 165 during that lockdown.
Damn.
Yeah. So, yeah, hard times, man, you know? Like real hard times. So, yeah, and that was most of the time. I would say that out of the 10 years that I was busted, I did 3 years out of my cell. The other 7, I would say that I did lockdown, slam down.
So 7 out of the 10 years, you think you say you were locked down?
I was locked down 24 hours a day, yeah.
Damn.
Because so many lockdowns, you know, the homies putting in so much work, you know, kicking up so much dust. Like, it's always us, trust me. In prison, if something bad happens, dog, fucking Southerners have something to do with it, you know? So we're always getting slammed down, yeah.
Yeah. How did that affect you mentally at all?
It made me,
Going through that?
actually, it made me grow stronger faith, you know? It made me search out of myself physically and what was around me to seek inspiration, to seek hope and more divine places, meaning like God and religion, you feel what I'm saying? So it really made my bond stronger towards God and my spirit and my soul and what I believe in, you know what I'm saying? Because I looked to something other than physical objects to make me happy, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it really made my faith stronger. It gave me more of an understanding of who I am. Like, I consider myself a religious person, but to the average everyday person, I'm not. You know, because of the lyrical content, the lifestyle I live, and all the shit that I do. Because I'm not walking around with a Bible and I'm not going to church every Sunday. But I talk to God every night, and I make sure my kids do too before they go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, yeah, I mean, it just helped me build my faith and taught me that God exists. I felt God physically before in the cell, you know? So can't nobody tell me no different, you know what I mean? So that's one thing it did do for me. I think God put me in that position to have one-on-one time with me, you know? That's what I believe, you know what I'm saying?